What's up, Panda Dudes? Peter von Panda here. Hey, I just bought this watch on Amazon. SILILUN, made in China. It's an inexpensive watch, but I thought it actually looked pretty interesting. And I think the color scheme more than anything else kind of drew me in. Like I said, not expensive, but this is how it comes. And maybe good news for a Panda dude out there. Man, where's the opening on this bag? There it is. But like I said, I was more intrigued by the way it looked and the color scheme. It kind of has a little bit of a Panerai cushion case. It's actually very much like the Shinola Brakeman in feel, size, and shape. But I say the word inexpensive, but I mean cheap. You know, like I said, I don't know that this band is leather. I kind of doubt it is. It's black and looks very much like leather, obviously like a leather padded strap, and then kind of this pretty bright green. And that green carries over to the dial here too, where we have big Arabic numerals on the 12369. We have a few subdials that certainly look real. They're not just kind of pressed onto the dial or a feature of the dial. You've got a bit of a curved crystal there. And obviously it looks like a chronograph. Quartz movement, you've got a ticking second hand there. Squared off straight hands, which look like they have some loom on them. You know, and I actually kind of think because the hands here are a little lighter that they're the only thing that does have loom because the green on there doesn't look exactly the same. So I'd expect that to be very, very similar. Even on the little tiny hands there, looks like there's might be a little loom as well. The subdials have a little bit of texturing. You know, you can see that those kind of concentric circles on it. And then you have a bit of a matte black finish dial. Now, what I don't know is if this is actually a real working chronograph. I can pull out the hands or the crown here. Lots of knurling, polished, and there no logo or anything on it. Polished case all the way around. It looks nice. It actually has a pretty nice heft and weight to it. Nice density. SL3002 stainless steel back. Looks like it screws off here, and obviously you can see the pushers. The lugs, which have they have kind of a little bit of a stair step, a little bit of a like an Art Deco design to them right there. Kind of like the R page watches. They don't sweep down too far, but they do a little bit, but they look good. And let's see, we can get the hands out of the way here. So you can see the logo, which to me kind of looks like a sergeant's insignia. And let's see if we've got a chronograph here at all. Now, I'll be honest, it kind of looks like you do have a little bit of a chronograph function, but I can't seem to really figure out how it works, and there doesn't appear to be any instructions per se anywhere. But if you look at this subdial right there, if I hit the chronograph button, it does start moving, like it's ticking. And then, if I hit this, which would normally be the split while it's running, and if I stop it right there on 45... it stops. If I count off 5 seconds here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hit it, it should be at 50. And there, you can see it kind of split. Now, the issue with it is, as we roll over the 0 or the 60 there, if I hit the top chronograph pusher once, at this point, now I think if I would hit this, it would be a reset. But if I hit it, what ends up happening is it only seems to go to 30 seconds. It doesn't seem to reset all the way. So I'm not sure why that is. But, you know, it's interesting because I actually thought these were all just decorative subdials. So there really, truly is some sort of chronograph function to it. And that's kind of unique. I kind of didn't expect that. Now, if we go back here to the crown, looks like if I pull it out to the first position, we get time adjustment. Let's see if there's a second position. I guess there is not. And so you'll probably have to roll over midnight to change the dial, as far as I can tell, because this only seems to affect time, and there does not seem to be an intermediate position anywhere. Okay, so keep that in mind. I know you're probably wondering about the size. Let me just give that to you here on this watch in particular. I'm going to give you this measurement on the case. 43 millimeters generally on the case without the crown protector, the crown and the crown protector. We do the whole thing with the edge to the case to the crown, we're at about 48. If I were to kind of slide this a little shorter to those crown protectors, if you want to count that, looks like you're at about 45 millimeters. But, you know, generally the only thing that you'd really count is the case, and that's 43.5 millimeters. So pretty pretty wearable little watch. Oh, I've already got a watch on, but you know what? We can remedy that. Arm's a little beat up. I was working outside today, and then throw it on here. I just like the green, man. I don't really have kind of a green themed watch. Now I have a pretty big wrist. This band here is a little stiff. It's definitely not broken in. It's not like an extra long band that doesn't give me a lot of extra room there, so keep that in mind. But look at that, man. 43, 44 millimeters. You know I'm really partial to that kind of size. I think that looks good. Come on, you got to tell me that looks good. That's like a perfect size, kind of a cushion style case. If you like Panerai or the Brakeman or something like that, and you wanted a watch of that flavor, I think this looks great. And the electric green, kind of that bright green, is just kind of unique, and it says sporty, modern. You wouldn't see that on a lot of more older vintage watches, and so I'm pretty impressed with it. Now, let's give this bad boy away, right? So let's give it away, and let's give this sucker away quickly. So on May 13th, 2017, that's a Saturday, I want to give this away to one lucky pan dude out there, or pandette, so you can put this on your wrist. It is a nice little cheap watch, and we'll be quick about it because it's inexpensive. But if you do want this watch and you don't want to wait, because, you know, chances might be slim of actually getting it, just follow the link in the description and pick it up yourself. Like I said, I picked it up on Amazon. And then the other thing is I'll put a link in there too to my Patreon page, because I really could use the support. This YouTube channel is a losing venture for me financially, but get to check out a lot of cool stuff with you. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this with your peeps on Facebook, Twitter, etc. And then also comment below. Any comment will enter you in the giveaway here, but you have to put the country that you live in somewhere in the comment itself, because unfortunately I have to limit the giveaway to USA and Canada only, because that's where I can afford to ship it to without going through a ton of rigmarole. And so on the 13th of May, I'll pick one random commenter, verify that you live in the US or Canada, reach out to you and get this out to you. So check it out. If you want one, check out SILILUN. It's a true company, and pretty stylish and expensive watch that you can beat around. Peter Von Panda, out!